Grade 8s and grade 9s, allow me to share with you the most uncontestable actuality that you should be fully aware of. You have to be conscious to the actuality that if you want to achieve level 6 and level 7, you have to study with NETA. The only way for you to achieve level 6 and the only way for you to achieve level 7 is if you study with NETA, so that you can be able to achieve those levels in physical science, in natural sciences, mathematics, and other subjects, because your educators have been consistently failing from term 1 to date to carry the mandate of ensuring that they push you into understanding and they make you understand all these simple subjects. Now, NETA is here to stop that nonsense of failing the final examination, because there is every danger that you can fail your final examinations based on your poor previous performances. Now, if you want level 6, you study with NETA. If you want level 7, you study with NETA. Now, let us get into the task at hand. What we have is a simple expression that needs to be simplified. And there are two ways that this can be simplified. Now, because you can see that we have a term inside the brackets, and on our brackets we have, outside of our brackets we have an exponent of 2. Now, the first thing that should be done is that you have to allocate this 2 to every term inside, to every variable and coefficient inside the brackets. What I simply mean is that this exponent of 2 that is outside the brackets must be allocated to every exponent that you see, or every existing exponent inside the brackets. Now, we see inside the brackets there is an exponent of 3, there is an exponent of 2, and there is an exponent of 1, which is the exponent of our coefficient. Now, these 2 must be allocated to every exponent inside the bracket. How do we do that? We simply do that by this 2 is the 2 that was outside the brackets. So we dissolve the brackets by allocating the exponent of the exponent outside the brackets to every exponent inside the bracket. And this 2 is the 2 of x squared. So we're going to multiply with the exponent from outside, and we have 3 as our exponent, which will be multiplied by the exponent from outside. And what we do is that 2 squared, you get the value of 4 if you punch it in on the calculator, and you have x. 2 times 2 is 4. You have y. 3 times 2 is the exponent of 6. Now, this is one way of doing it, but there is another way that this can also be done. Let us explore that avenue of simplifying the given expression. Now, another avenue that can be taken is that, because we have the exponent of 2 outside the brackets, this means that we can extend our brackets twice. We can have 2 brackets, and we're going to multiply like variables. Y and y are like variables, x and x are like variables. They are the same variable, so you just multiply everything that is same, and coefficient will be multiplied with a coefficient. One variable will be multiplied with one variable, which means we're going to have 2 times 2, which is 4. We're going to have x squared times x squared. Now, this is something that must not be forgotten. Remember that when we multiply the variables, remember we have x squared that must be multiplied by x squared. We're just multiplying the 2. Now, when we multiply our variables, with exponents. Our exponents must be added. That is the principle. So we're just going to say 2 plus 2, which is x4. And this is why we have x4. Whenever we multiply variables, exponent must be added. Whenever we multiply variables of the same base or numbers of the same base, exponent must therefore be added. And the same thing happens with our y. We have y cube multiplied by y cube, which is going to be y 3 plus 3. We add our exponents, we get the value of 6 after addition to our exponent. Now this is the same answer and this is the same answer. So you can decide which avenue you take, the one that is simple for you and the one that is able to be handled by you. In the case where you might have misunderstood anything during the course of the video, please ensure that you submit all your misunderstandings and all your confusions to NETA so that NETA can be able to ensure that you achieve level 6 and level 7 in your mathematics, physical sciences, and in your mathematics, natural sciences, and other subjects. Because the time for you to be playing and the time for you to be procrastinating and the time for you to engage in laziness is over. You are now approaching the final examination that demands that you study. And when you don't know how to study, NETA is here to study with you. We can study with you so that you understand what has to be understood.